if you're like, no, I am super happy-go-lucky, I get tons of sleep, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing it right, and you're not getting changes in 3 months, nothing, something else is wrong. I've been hypernourishment and completely raw for 3 months, but I have the same symptoms and no energy at all. All right, it's time to turn up the volume. So number one, the reasons people typically are tired, all right? Number one most common reason people are tired that nobody seems to want to work on is not getting enough sleep, all right? So many folks I work with, they want tons of energy. They'll tell me they want Dr. G energy and they're getting like 4 hours of sleep a night. I'm like, I would not have this energy on 4 hours of sleep a night. I would be grumpy. Right? So for me, 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night, and I wake up all by myself. All right. So you have to make sure you're getting enough sleep. Number one reason that people feel tired. And if you are, if you're not getting enough sleep, you're going to have a slower recovery because your body does a lot of the repair time while you're sleeping. So if you're not getting enough sleep, so that's number one. Second most common reason people are tired is high stress. People who have anxiety and people who have depression and people who have high stress tend to be exhausted. It is like a hamster on a wheel wearing itself out while going nowhere. So that would be the next thing I'd be looking at if we were working together. That'd be the first thing. It's like, all right, let's look at your sleep. Let's look at your emotional well-being. Those two are huge when it comes to energy. I have never yet met someone with anxiety who isn't also exhausted. They seem hyper and they're exhausted, right? So that'd be the second one. And then the third and fourth reason that people are tired tend to be malnourishment, undernourishment, or dehydration. If you're actually hypernourishing, people throw that term around, but there are actual guidelines for what hypernourishment is. My husband actually wrote all the guidelines out in the guide section of our free smoothie shred group on Facebook. So if any of you are watching and you want to have that, like our free community, and you want to be able to see the guides and what we list as like the most up-to-date version of things, because, you know, Goodbye Lupus is in 2015. Things change in time. At least we do. We evolve. So that's a good place to go. So if you actually are hypernourishing correctly, then you're not dehydrated and you're not malnourished, right? So it's either sleep or stress, or you're doing something wrong nutritionally and don't realize it, or there's some other factor. And so that's when, for those of you, if none of those things make sense to you, then that would be the point at which you should get help. I do all this for free because I'm trying to help as many people as I can not need to see any more white coats. I don't think most doctors are fun to hang out with, and I'd rather someone want to hang out with me socially than need me, right? But I'm here for the people who do. So if you're like, no, I am super happy-go-lucky, I get tons of sleep, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing it right, and you're not getting changes in 3 months, nothing, something else is wrong. And that's a good time. Or if you're not sure, that's a good time to book something. So I know I'm very booked. I know for wellness appointments, I'm booked out to October. For a rush wellness appointment, it's still going to be 12 weeks. But my husband also does sessions, and he's available much sooner. I mean, you could see him this month, and he's amazing. I mean, he's the coach that healed me. He's a coach in our rapid recovery group. I was listening to him coaching today, and just like he's amazing. So because he's more behind the scenes, he doesn't book up as fast as me. So if you have something where you don't need him to read your labs, that's another option too. So do what you can for free. If I just solved it for you, if you just got the, oh my God, that's what it is, perfect. But if you're still not sure, then that's when you invest in your health and you get the help you need, and then we solve it for you. So don't give up. Just keep working on it. Game plan, game plan, game plan. But 3 months, definitely should feel better. The other one it could be, let me leave, I don't want to be incomplete, would be sometimes people are better and they don't notice it because they're focused on certain symptoms. So if they're like, I really want my hand pain to be better, and it's not, sometimes they forget that, you know what, I used to have foot pain, I used to have knee pain, I used to have nerve pain, I used to have skin rashes, and all of that's gone. If that's the case, that if you take a step back and go, wait a minute, actually a lot of stuff's better, just not the main symptom, then I just say keep going. But you should definitely feel dramatically better with that much time if you're doing it right. So one of those is the answer.